Episode 3, Holding Companies, Wyoming. Wyoming holding companies are the invisible shield around your wealth. The wealthy don't just make money, they protect it better than anyone. They own nothing but control everything. That's not conspiracy, it's a system, and today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. You probably heard of just form an LLC and you're protected, but that's only halfway true, and half-truths are dangerous. An LLC by itself does not automatically protect your wealth. It all depends on where it's formed and how it's structured. This is where holding companies come in. Welcome to Cash Flow Critic, where we break down how wealth is really built. No fluff, no guru nonsense, just smart strategies to protect what you're building and create a legacy that lasts. A holding company is a business that doesn't run day-to-day operations. It doesn't sell products. It doesn't deal with customers. It doesn't take on daily risk. Its only job is to own things. It owns your businesses. It owns your properties. It owns your portfolio entities instead of you owning them personally. And when it comes to where you form this company, Wyoming is the gold standard. Wyoming offers some of the strongest asset protection laws in the entire United States. Not all LLCs are created equal. Form it in the wrong state and your wealth is exposed. That's why wealthy people love Wyoming. It's like the Fort Knox of LLC protection. If someone sues you personally and your assets are held inside a Wyoming holding company, the only legal option they have is something called a charging order. What does that mean? They can't take your company, they can't take your assets, they can only stand in line for distributions. And if you never distribute, they get nothing. You still control everything. This is called outside-in protection. It protects your wealth from anything that happens to you personally. Car accidents, I've been in some myself, a few recently. Slips and falls, you don't want that. Personal lawsuits, unexpected legal issues, family incidents, you never know. Most people only protect what's inside the business. Wealthy people protect outside the business too. That's exactly what the holding company does. And here's where it gets even smarter. If your name is on public records, you're a target. The more successful you get, if you're good, bad, or indifferent, your target on your back grows exponentially. But when your operating company is owned by your holding company, and that holding company is owned by your trust, your name disappears. On paper, you don't own anything, but in reality, you control everything. This is exactly how the real wealth matrix is built. Trust at the top, holding company in the middle, operating companies at the bottom. Risk always stays low. Wealth stays protected. I'm building this exact structure in my own life with my attorney right now, and I'm going to keep documenting this process so you can follow along step by step. In the next episode, we're going to talk about where to form your operating companies. That you've kind of gotten that secret sauce of Wyoming, let's kind of get into the details of the operating companies. If this helped you rethink how protection really works, hit like, subscribe so you don't miss episode 4, and drop your questions in the comments. I'll answer as many as I can. Let's build wealth the right way. And I think that, guys, upon doing this, I'm realizing, asking a bunch of my friends, family, and even just other people, most people don't really know about this stuff, but I just think that the trust and stuff like this makes total sense. In a worst case event, without having to go through the court system, I think that alone is a reason to start a trust. But after learning all this, I think that people who are, I would say the black community and other minorities, I think pretty much almost everyone except for rich and powerful people who come from decades of wealth, they're not too familiar with these concepts. And I think it's important to have these in mind. So I appreciate your support, and don't forget to like this. And we want this message to go out to as much people as possible. We want this series to go out to as much people as possible so they can really build money and protect their family, build a legacy in the most sustainable way possible. Thank you all for tuning in, and deuces.